What if I told you that the one thing standing between you and your dream life isn't talent, isn't opportunity, isn't even luck, but something you already possess the power to master right now? Today, we're diving deep into the art of self-discipline, the silent force behind every extraordinary achievement in human history. Self-discipline is the bridge between your intentions and your actions. It's what separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. And here's the beautiful truth. It's not some mystical gift reserved for the chosen few. It's a skill, a practice, something you can cultivate starting today. Let's start with a fundamental shift in perspective. Most people view discipline as punishment, as denying yourself pleasure, as forcing yourself to do things you hate. But what if discipline was actually the ultimate form of self-love? As Will Smith once said, self-discipline is treating yourself like someone you deeply love. Think about it. When you truly love someone, you don't let them eat pizza every night when you know it will make them feel terrible. You don't let them stay up until 3 a.m. when they have important responsibilities the next day. That's not punishment. That's care. And that's exactly how disciplined people treat themselves. The first technique to master self-discipline is understanding the power of small commitments. We live in a culture obsessed with dramatic transformations, 30-day challenges, extreme makeovers, overnight success stories. But the real path to lasting change begins with tiny, almost laughably small steps. Want to start exercising? Don't commit to an hour every day. Commit to 5 minutes. Want to read more? Commit to 1 page. Want to eat healthier? Commit to swapping 1 unhealthy snack. These small wins create momentum. Each kept promise strengthens your belief in yourself. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The beauty of small commitments is that they bypass your brain's resistance to change. When you say, "I'm going to exercise for an hour every day," your mind immediately screams, "Impossible." But when you say, "I'm going to exercise for 5 minutes," there's almost no resistance. And here's the magic. Often, those 5 minutes naturally extend to 10, then 15, until you've built a sustainable habit. The second technique is learning to prioritize what truly matters. Discipline without direction is like a ship without a compass. You might be working hard, but you're not going anywhere meaningful. The most disciplined people on earth aren't just busy. They're busy with the right things. Here's a powerful framework I call the discipline equation. Discipline equals the importance of the goal plus the psychological enjoyment you get from pursuing it, minus the psychological cost of that pursuit. When the equation results in a positive number, disciplined action happens naturally. Let me give you a personal example. During the pandemic, my commitment to exercise skyrocketed. Why? The perceived importance of health surged. I realized my physical well-being was the foundation that everything else in my life rested upon. The psychological enjoyment was moderate. I don't love every workout, but I feel good afterward. And the cost was relatively low. So 10 importance plus 6 enjoyment minus 4 cost equals 12. A strongly positive number, making disciplined action almost automatic. Contrast this with my meditation practice. The importance is maybe a 6. The enjoyment is a 3. And the cost feels like an 8. So 6 plus 3 minus 8 equals 1. Barely positive, which explains why I struggle to maintain it consistently. The solution? Either increase the perceived importance, find ways to make it more enjoyable, or reduce the friction cost. The third technique is building habits that automate your success. Willpower is a finite resource. It runs out. That's why the most disciplined people don't rely on willpower alone. They've designed systems and habits that carry them forward automatically. One of the most powerful ways to build habits is through habit stacking, attaching new habits to existing ones. If you want to start journaling, attach it to your morning coffee. If you want to practice gratitude, attach it to brushing your teeth. By linking new behaviors to established ones, you create natural triggers that make the habit stick. Your environment plays a crucial role too. Want to eat healthier? Don't keep junk food in your house. Want to read more? Leave a book on your pillow. Want to practice guitar? Put it on a stand in your living room instead of in a case in the closet. Successful people design their environments to make good habits easy and bad habits difficult. The fourth technique is developing the ability to delay gratification. This is perhaps the defining characteristic of disciplined and successful people, the ability to resist short-term pleasure in favor of long-term rewards. As Mark Manson brilliantly puts it, the most important question to ask is, what pain do you want in your life? What are you willing to struggle for? Because here's the truth. Anything worthwhile requires some degree of pain and struggle. The question isn't whether you'll face challenges, but which challenges you're willing to embrace for the rewards they bring. Think about it this way. Even for things you love, there are aspects that require discipline. I love creating videos, but I don't love writing show notes or doing research at 3 a.m. in an airport. That's the grind, the necessary work that supports the passion. The key is finding the grind you are willing to embrace because it serves something you care about deeply. The fifth technique is creating and committing to a structured routine. Routine is the backbone of discipline. It's the system that turns intentions into actions and actions into habits. While motivation might spark the initial desire to act, it's routine that ensures you follow through consistently, regardless of how you feel on any given day. Your morning routine sets the tone for everything that follows. Many successful people incorporate activities like exercise, journaling, or reading into their mornings. These practices help them center themselves, focus their minds, and approach the day with intention. The key isn't to mimic someone else's routine, but to create one that supports your unique goals and needs. Equally important is how you end your day. Evening routines provide an opportunity to reflect on what you've accomplished, plan for tomorrow, and wind down in a way that promotes restful sleep. When you end your day with intention, you set yourself up for success the next morning. The sixth technique is embracing discomfort as a necessary ingredient for growth. Discipline doesn't flourish in a bubble of ease and comfort. It thrives when you willingly face challenges, push your limits, and lean into the uncomfortable moments that lead to progress. Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary samurai who went undefeated in 61 duels, understood this better than anyone. He wandered through dark forests on freezing nights, sacrificing comfort for mastery. He knew that greatness had a price, and he was willing to pay it. In our modern world, we're constantly bombarded with opportunities for immediate pleasure. Your phone alone offers endless dopamine hits at the touch of a button. But here's what Musashi and other masters understood. The antidote to pleasure is meaning, believing in something that truly dictates your days in a way that can only move you forward, no matter the temptation. One powerful way to build your tolerance for discomfort is through what I call discomfort training. Deliberately choosing the less comfortable option in small moments. If you're someone who always pulls out your phone when waiting in line, try just being present instead. If you always take the elevator, try the stairs. These small acts build your discipline muscle for bigger challenges. The seventh technique is making discipline part of your identity. People act in line with the person they think they are. Michael Jordan thought he was a winner, so every time he lost, he doubled down to win again, because that was consistent with his identity. Here's a powerful exercise. Paint a detailed picture of who you'd be if you were truly disciplined. What does their day look like? What do they eat? How do they spend their time? Who are they surrounded by? What do they say yes to? What do they say no to? Then fully accept that at some point in the future, you will be this person. Your environment should reflect this new identity. If your disciplined self is an athlete, have your workout gear visible. If they're a writer, have your workspace set up and inviting. Your physical surroundings send constant signals to your brain about who you are, reinforcing your identity through tangible reminders. The eighth technique is understanding the connection between discipline and honor. Musashi wrote, "You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor." Honor and discipline are cut from the same cloth. Developing one inevitably strengthens the other. When you live with integrity, when you keep your promises to yourself and others, when you do quality work even when no one is watching, when you stand up for what's right, you're building both your honor and your discipline. They feed each other in a virtuous cycle. Now, let's address something crucial. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about consistency. You will have days when you fall short. You will face setbacks. The difference isn't in avoiding failure, but in how quickly you get back on track. Remember that discipline compounds. The small discipline choices you make today build momentum, confidence, and resilience over time. What feels difficult now will become second nature, and the progress you achieve will inspire you to aim even higher. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this powerful thought. Self-discipline is not a restriction of your freedom. It's the enhancement of it. By choosing what matters most over what matters now, you're not limiting yourself. You're elevating yourself to a version that can achieve extraordinary things. The journey to mastering self-discipline is not easy, but it's infinitely rewarding. It's the path to becoming the person you're meant to be, to achieving the dreams that feel just out of reach. And it all starts with the next small choice, the next kept promise, the next step forward. So I ask you, what's one small commitment you'll make today? What's one area where you'll choose long-term fulfillment over short-term pleasure? The answer to that question might just change everything.